And welcome to the broadcast Bluegrass Sports Nation of the Letcher County Central Cougars and the home team tonight, the Perry County Central Commodores here at Commodore Field off of Highway 80, just behind East Perry Elementary. I am Anthony Bersalia, joined alongside a person I've known for a very long time and a friend. Always good to see you, Joe Begley. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, Anthony. Good, long time no see you. But like you said, we've known each other a long time. Should be some good action tonight. Great weather. I mean, football's in the air.
Definitely, you talk about great weather. That just automatically made me think we're very close to the Black Gold Festival coming up here in a few weeks, and so we hope that continues to happen for good weather for festivals. I know it's a big thing for the Perry County schools. Letcher County at the end of the month has their Mountain Heritage Festival, but tonight Perry County Central, Letcher County Central. Letcher dropped a class down in District 8 in Class 3A, Perry Central in Class 4A, District 8. Of course, they were both former 5A and 4A rivalries.
Yeah.
So an out-of-class matchup tonight. I know you have seen Perry Central this season more than I have. So what's been going on with the Commodores so far this season? I know they're 1-2 with a loss to North Laurel 21-0, Bell County 50-14, but got that big win against Magoffin County last week, 39-8.
Yeah, it's been up and down. You see some bright spots with this Perry Central group. They're very young, have a very good group of skilled kids coming up. But, you know, growing pains. You can see it, but you can see the potential that they have. Run like a two-quarterback system. Maggard will take the snaps, most times spread it out. Johnson has really worked on his arm some, but when he's out there, they really run the wishbone. Caden Gibson, running back, kid to watch, real small, real elusive, just a sophomore, but a kid to keep your eyes on. And Chancey Hurley, senior, he went when he was a junior, he some kind of grant for school, didn't play last year. Come out this year, been a real bright spot for the Commodores. So those are two kids in the backfield to keep your eyes on, see if Maggard and Johnson can control offense. And, you know, you talked about how this team, Letcher and Perry, had a rivalry for years. I think they're still a rival there. So we'll see how the night plays out. It should be a good one, good physical game. Hopefully, just good hard-nosed football.
You look at Hurley's, his numbers, 145 rushing yards this season, a touchdown. You mentioned Gibson there. Not only does he do it on the ground, but in receiving, Caden Gibson, 80 yards this season, a touchdown. Josh Miller, a touchdown as well, too. Perry with that mix attack, as you said, the wishbone. And then you look at some of their players on defense that's really been stepping up. Caden Haddix this year, the senior, having a really good year, 33 total tackles.
Yeah, the defense has really been a bright spot for his Commodore. You know, they gave up some big plays early on here and there, but really dialed it in and really playing team defense. And that's a big thing when you try to stop the big plays and all that from happening. But I just got word that Hurley's out.
Oh, wow.
So last week we didn't get to do the game because of the weather and then moving the kickoff back. So, things happen and miss some things there. But Letcher it's been a really tough Letcher team coming in here tonight. They played some really good competition, well coached. So as are both teams, but it should be a good one here. 2:30, getting ready to kick it off and see. We were talking. I missed the coin toss there. Usually, if the Commodores win, Mark likes to play defense first, so usually defers. So we'll see how that shakes out when it's time to kick it off here.
You look at the Cougars, they lost a tough one, neutral site to former district rival Johnson Central, 48-6 there at Shelby Valley. Then they had two big home wins. They shut out Leslie County 45-0 last week. Got a big win against Shelby Valley, 55-13. Just to highlight them really quickly, Parker Holbrook, the junior this year, having a really solid year for the Cougars there at quarterback. But one player that's really coming, we talked about defense there with Perry Central, but one person that's really stepping up for the Cougars has been Braxton Banks. He's going to be a player to watch in his junior and senior years. He was in the backfield a lot last week against the Wildcats. And then, of course, you got the big man, Garrett Howard, 181 rushing yards this season for 3 touchdowns. But another thing that the Cougars like to do, I'll say this one last thing as we get ready to start the kickoff, is that they like to mix it up with Howard and Sturgill. Brett Sturgill's having a great year, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. But one player to watch on defense, I'll say as well, for the Cougars. Watch out for Colton Stidham. He's had so many interceptions this season, returned one last week back for a touchdown. 3 interceptions and 70 yards on those interceptions. But, Joe, it looks like the Commodores have elected to kick it off, as you said. Coach Dixon likes to
Yeah,
do
he's
that.
defensive guy, so if they win, they defer always. But on the other hand, if Letcher, I didn't see, I wasn't paying attention, but Letcher does like to play offense. But if Commodores win, it's usually a defer.
And Perry Central white numerals, black jersey numbers. And here we go with old MC Napier looking like uniforms. It's Muff, Colt, Stidham Falls on it at about the 27-yard line. Cougars in the white uniforms, blue numerals, blue trimmings, and the black uniforms. And here we go. Going to be interesting to see on this first play with the Cougars dial up.
Yeah, won't see a lot of deep kicks. They lost their kicker from last year, Bo Bacon. Believe kicked a 45-yarder field goal last year. So the kicking game has been, rough here for the Commodores. Usually go for 2 when they score. But yeah, I like the black on gray out there tonight.
Bacon also got it done as well too on the basketball court.
Sure did. Yeah, great athlete. Bo's a good kid.
Out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts both ways. Going to have Sturgill to the right there of Holbrook. Outlaw in motion, and they hand it off to Sturgill. And wrapped up in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss or maybe possibly no gain. Great tackle there by the Commodores. They got back there, and Letcher had nothing there, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like 55 in on the tackle. Ryan Day with initial contact, and that's the thing. North Laurel come out and ran, just a handoff right to that RPO, and then at halftime they switched out to the RPO. Really confused the Commodore defense.
They make it 2nd and 12 officially. Sturgill lost 2. Trips out to the right this time and pass, and they say complete the Outlaw.
Yeah, so that's kind of close there. It looks like hit a little ground, but I mean, probably no gain, so no love is lost there. But that right there is Coach Dixon's repertoire. That's one of his favorite plays he's ever ran offensively. So, spreading out like that, I'm sure he had that one sniffed out from the get-go.
Good crowd on here tonight. Cougar Nation traveled. Commodore Nation here. Got the cheerleaders. Well. Definitely. Here we go. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Out of the shotgun. Holbrook has time, getting pressured, going to roll to his right, throws, pass, caught by Outlaw up to about the 40-yard line. We'll see what they officially call. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I believe he caught that. Gibson tried to get his hand in there, but it looks like the Commodores run like a 3-3-5 out there, have 5 DVs, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. So once the quarterback breaks that initial pressure, there wasn't anybody there in his face, and he was able to get it up to his receiver and haul it in. Gibson tried to get his hand in there and knock it loose, but he was able to get a foot down inbounds.
Pass covers 19 yards as Letcher Central was 3rd and 12 from the 25. Now they're up at their own 44. Trips out to the left, 1 wide out to the right. You got Stidham running in motion from right to left. Here's the handoff. Sturgill's going to have it and gets maybe about a yard, if anything, and the Commodores wrap him up quickly.
Yeah, and that's 41 Bryce Eldridge. He's really stepped up this year. And like I said, this Commodore defense, they've played really good team defense from beginning to end. I know they've had a couple bumps in the road early, played a really good North Laurel team. But like I was telling you pregame, you look at these kids, you're like, man, the kid's going to be tough next year when he's gone. But you look and he's a sophomore. So you got him for 2 more years. So this Commodore defense is well coached.
They give him 2 yards, so at the 46, 2nd and 8. Handoff to Garrett Howard, who checks in for Sturgill, and Howard is going to get out to the 47-yard line. 48. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6, and now Letcher Central on another 3rd and medium this time, unlike the 3rd and 12 the last time.
Yeah, group of Commodores in on that one. Eldridge in again on the tackle. So as a couple down linemen come in here for a substitution.
Here we go. Out of the shotgun again. Cougars. 2 wideouts both ways. Here's the throw, and the pass was intended, and we're going to get a penalty late against the Commodores. Pass intended down there for Brown, and it looks like it'll be another first down for the Cougars. Tough call there.
Yeah, tough call. I know a lot of people were upset. Referee's going to give a face guarding on that one. In high school, everybody says uncatchable ball in college and see that stuff. High school is not a thing. They can throw it to the end zone, and if he's face guard and makes contact, they can call it 20 yards behind him and say he could have made it. So, it's a rough call there. No, people don't like it. It's one I probably would have let go, Coach Dixon's going to get an explanation from the bag judge on that one, or the field judge rather.
We'll see what they officially mark it. Joe, tonight is the 23rd meeting between the Commodores and the Cougars. Letcher Central leads the overall series at 16-7. Since Letcher Central became a school in 2005, these teams have met every year and a couple of times in the playoffs. And here we go. They give it first and 38, or first and 10 at the 38 off to Howard. And not going to get anywhere.
Nothing happening on the run tonight, Anthony, so far. And I believe, you talk about the meetings. I'm pretty sure I was in the first meeting between Letcher and Perry Central. I'm pretty sure I played in that game.
And that was a slugfest up at Hazard.
Up at Hazard, yes.
And it was a 14-7 game that you mentioned that. And, buddy, these two teams, they have a lot of close matchups in their history.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. You're telling my age, so.
Hey, I'm older than you, buddy.
I know.
2nd and 10 from the 38. Up to Howard again out of the shotgun, and it's going to be nowhere again. Might have lost a yard this time, and now it's going to put it in another 3rd and long situation, Joe.
And can Perry Central get off the field? Against Bell County, it was 0-0. Bell had it 3rd and about 15. Actually 4th and about 15, and went for it in this kind of territory, about where the ball is now, and ended up completing one over the middle to get a first down. Perry's had a hard time getting off the field on big downs, so see if they can do it here.
Out of the shotgun, well, one wide out to the right. Trips lined up over to the left. You're going to have Sturgill running out in motion in the flats. Colin Ford is open. Holbrook looking, has all day. Pass is caught to Stidham. That'll be enough for a first down. Inside of the red zone of Perry Central, down to the 15. Another long conversion that picks up a gain of 25 for the Cougars.
Yeah, you have to get off the field in those situations. It reminds me of Kentucky football. You just get down there to third and medium, 3rd and long, and just can't get off the field, which in that situation, if they get it short of the stick, they're probably going for it in this down distance.
Cougars go with the no huddle. Pass complete. That's Stidham again, forced out of bounds there on the left. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, he ended up dropping it. The hit there from
and check that
Keegan
pass
Cecil
was to Stevens there, and so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now.
Yes, Cecil with the hit right there broke the pass up. So Commodores, trying to play the little bend don't break here, see if they can make a couple big plays happen.
Cougars 3 of 3 on 3rd down, so they actually do give him the catch there. We thought initially we had seen an incomplete pass, but up to the inside the 15. Here we go, off to Howard. Howard going to shake and bake, breaks some room, maybe gets out to the 12, maybe to the 11-yard line. We'll see how 3rd and short.
Yeah, the Commodores are doing a really good job on that interior line right there. They're trying to win the battle. That one right there, good push from Letcher to get a short gain. But Letcher has hard-nosed running back.
And they are 3 of 3 on 3rd downs in this drive. Let's see what they do here from the 15. 7 minutes about to go here. Holbrook looking, has time, is going to throw for Outlaw in the end zone. Pass is caught, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Yep, that's a good.
Letcher County Central from 12 yards out.
Good catch right there by Outlaw. Just a good route, like a little post corner. And Gibson a step for step with him. I believe it was him or Cecil. And he just couldn't. He got his hand there, just couldn't break it up. Just good, strong catch by Outlaw. Good ball right there from Holbrook.
And it looks like it'll be Childers on to attempt the point after. It's normally Emma Adams for Letcher Central. 6:54. So you look at that, Joe, on that 3rd and long, several 3rd and longs, and it will be Childers. In 6:54, the Cougars took, 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Let's see what happens on the point after here with 17 on the play clock. Low snap. Kick is on the way, and it is no good, and it'll stay 6-0. Letcher Central will step out for 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
6-0 as Letcher County Central strikes first. They take off 5 minutes and 6 seconds. It was Holbrook to Outlaw from 12 yards out, and now let's see how the Commodores respond.
We'll see. I know they have. If they kick to Gibson back here, better keep away from him. He's elusive.
It'll be Childers on the kickoff here for the Cougars. Commodores looking to respond back. Childers, just a sophomore, Jackson Childers, and the kick is deep, and the ball is going to be picked up back, and that's going to be a loss.
Yeah, it didn't field it cleanly right there. Anthony just hit him. He was trying to catch it in stride, and if he did, he probably would have had a pretty good return right there, but just couldn't hold on to it.
Be 1st and 10 at the 21, and that was Caden Gibson. And you mentioned him earlier, just what he can do, what he brings to this Commodores offense. Going to be interesting to see what he does here on this first series. You talked about the Commodore defense being a bright spot, Letcher Central defense being a bright spot for them, and now the Commodores got to roll with it and see what they can do here.
And Maggard out here to start the game off for the Commodores.
Maggard under center here looking. It's going to keep it, throws it out in the flats, caught up the sideline again. Nice pickup. And the Commodores will have a first down, give it a gain of 19.
And that's the thing for Gibson right there. Coach Dixon last year when he was a freshman handed off to him, get some outside gains, sweep plays, stretch plays, things like that. This year, coaches have seen that on film and know how to keep it in check. But Coach Fugit, Coach Dixon have found creative ways to try to get Gibson the ball just other than outside handoffs.
And now Perry Central going with the no-huddle here off the Gibson again, but wrapped up for just a gain of a few yards there. Howard on the tackle, and that's going to be about a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he's shifty to be so little. If you see him outside of pads, you would be like, there's no way you play football. There's no possible way you're running back and take as hard as hits as you do. But he's a hard-nosed kid, hard-nosed runner. And like I said, if he gets outside the numbers and has space, he's tough to catch.
2nd and 7, they make it. 5:55 here in the opening quarter. Trips lined out to the right here. Checking on the sidelines here. One went out to the left. 10 on the play clock. And we're going to have a flag on the play, and we're going to be against the Commodores, it looks like.
Probably a snap infraction right there.
I think I'd seen from false start, so back him up 5 yards. That now makes it 2nd and 12. This season so far, Joe, how have the Commodores done when it comes to penalties?
Really well compared to years past. I know they've had some self-inflicted wounds over the years, but done really, well disciplined as far as penalties go this year. That's really the first false start I can remember them having in the past couple games that I've done. So just a miscommunication there, and it's probably Letcher's them walking up right here defensively.
Maggard looking at his time. Pass is caught out up to the 50. That should be enough. It's going to be close. Very close. We'll see what they officially mark it. But what a play there for the Commodores to keep the chains moving.
Yes, Cecil right there on the catch. And the thing about Maggard is he throws a really good ball. And sometimes, he's young. He's still learning. He's just a sophomore. Didn't get many snaps last year, but he knows where to throw it.
Picked up 12 yards on the play. Here we go. 1st and 10 Commodores at the 50, and we have another. This is either going to be false start or false start. It's going to be against the Cougars, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Put the Commodores in the Cougar territory, Joe.
Just lined up in the neutral zone right there, so it's going to be 5 yards.
Be 1st and
for
5.
the Commodores, so it's going to be 1st and 5 here. And that's been, a question mark here for the Commodores is trying to find their offensive flow. When you find their tempo and rhythm, that's really what offense is about. If you can get a good rhythm, good tempo going, even if you have a good defense, it's hard to stop.
5 minutes, 5:01 now 5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Pass incomplete as the pass there was intended there for the Commodores. Fugit and couldn't get it. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Perry Central.
Yeah, the Cougars just bringing a lot of pressure there. And, just a design tunnel screen right there. Coach Dixon, Coach Fugit, they've ran since the hazard days, the early hazard days. And just trying to get it to their quickest player to hit that seam. And I've seen them take it for touchdowns many a times.
Two wideouts to the left, one to the right, and now Perry Central's going to have another first down and a solid run again, and the Commodores moving the ball. Gibson, he's feeling the energy right now.
And that's the thing about Gibson. He's really worked on in between the tackle running because he knows that he can't hit those stretch plays like he did last year. So that's why you see more designed outside passes, more screens and things like that to him. So really good job this line. You see him, improving and growing week to week. So really good interior push right there. And they're actually, moving the ball well against this Letcher Central defense.
Picked up 7 yards on the play. 4:30 to go here in the opening quarter. 6-0 Cougars. Two outs to the right this time. Here comes the pressure. A breakaway, but then wrapped up by a host of Cougars. That's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, maybe 4, and it'll be second and about 13.
Yeah, Cougars have been bringing a lot of pressure. They've been showing a lot here early pre-snap. And just that time, just a blown assignment right there and gets the Maggard. You just can't escape the pocket and try to stretch that play out.
Here we go again. 4:04 remaining here in the opening quarter. Commodores, same formation this time again. 17 on the play clock. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, maybe an option, and it is. Here's the run, and it's going to be wide open down the field, ran out of bounds. And another great run by Gibson. He was run out of bounds there by the Cougars, none other than Mason Stevens, but another first down for the Commodores. That's their third first down on this drive, Joe.
And that's another creative play right there. You've not seen that in the arsenal these first 3 games, and just another play design they probably worked on this week to get Gibson the ball outside. He's a step away right there from scoring. If you can get Gibson in space, he's tough. He's tough to catch.
Gibson picked up 16 on that play. They're going to give it to him again. This time is met and will be brought down, and this is going to be about a maybe loss of 2, and it'll be second and about 12.
Yeah, just trying to keep it skinny in there in the A gap and just can't find a seam to bust one loose and get outside. But, this is where the Commodores, they've got down here a few times in this red zone scoring, and actually got down close in the red zone against North Laurel twice and just couldn't punch it in. Got turnover on downs twice on 4th and short. So see if they can capitalize here.
Staying in the same formation. It's going to be a handoff this time. A nice run there. Commodore switch it up a little bit. Still running into the end zone. And it's going to be close and a touchdown. Perry Central from 23 yards. That's Keegan Cecil. And what a run. And now we're all knotted up.
Yeah, what a run is right, Anthony. He just stuck right with his line and kept through that lane right there, and they couldn't bring him down. Heck of a play. Heck of an effort by Cecil right there.
So Perry Central comes right back and responds to the Cougars scoring. We have a player shaking up, might be a little bit of cramps, but we'll step out for 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Six to 6, 3:04 remaining. Perry Central to line up for the extra point attempt. That was Ryan Day down. He seems to be okay for the Commodores.
Yes.
Here we go for the extra point. It's a low snap, but it is good. And Perry Central 7, Letcher Central 6 will step out for 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
3:04 remaining in the opening quarter. Perry Central responds back, and they take the lead 7-6 as Jet got the extra point there after the bad snap, and now all of a sudden the Cougars going to see what they have to answer back as Perry Central kicks it back off to them. And we're having a little problem here, Joe, with the ball staying on the tee.
Yeah, man, get somebody out there to hold it up there.
Nice bounce. Stidham picks it up at the 35, gets up to 37, breaks a tackle, and will fall out to about the 40-yard line. And now Letcher Central with great field position is Tyson Riley on the tackle.
Yeah, Tyson Riley right there wrapped him up by the ankles there and got him down after he spun off the initial hit. Good drive right there by the Commodores offense. Probably best drive I've seen put together against a really, really good defense. And you got to see if the Commodores got a third down here defensively against this Cougar offense who's got some weapons.
Cougar offense last time completed it on third down 3 times on 3rd and long. See what they do here with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. You're going to have Sturgill to the right of Holbrook here. And here's what they do. It's going to be a keeper by Holbrook. Bounces out, but wrapped up right away. He's going to be pushed back, and the Commodores solid tackle there. And that will be a loss, and it'll be 2nd and long. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, number 8, you had told me.
Yeah, it says Tyler Robinson.
Yeah.
He may be back. He took a bad shot on that left knee week 1. Hadn't really heard an update since then, so he may be back. Said he popped up a big knot on it. Could have been a pocket of fluid. But obviously he's looking good here tonight with that hit.
And he is back. So as you mentioned, DB also plays at wide receiver there. 2 wideouts both ways this time. Got Sturgill to the left. Holbrook looking, has time. Here comes the pressure, though. Breaks away. We have a flag on the play. This is going to be against the Cougars holding, but no one was there in the vicinity of the pass, and the Cougars will be faced with a 3rd and long.
Yeah, should be 2 flags right there if they call a hold and intentional grounding as well. I don't know that the ball got across line of scrimmage, but if so, there's nobody in the vicinity anyway.
It actually did, because where they had lost that yard, they were at the 39 and it barely got to the 40, but I think they're going to stick with the holding call here. And because we didn't see a flag
No,
for
they didn't
intentional
call it.
grounding. And so we're going to have third down. Perry Central declining the hold.
He declined it.
Yeah, interesting call there. Do you decline that there, though,
I
Joe?
take it. If I can't, I've not got them off on 3rd and 12 the pass possession. I'm backing them up, and
I guess Coach
second and low
Dixon
there.
didn't want them to replay second down and give them momentum, because that would have probably happened. I like that second and low there. And now we have a whistle stoppage of play here. Good crowd again here on hand tonight. Thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. I think they want this clock to be reset to 2:25. But anyway, back to what I was saying, we got the Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight. Here we go. 23 on the play clock, 3rd and long. From their own 39, the Cougars. This time Holbrook has protection, but it collapses. He's got an open field, though. Looking, pass is caught. That's Stidham. He's going to have a first down and more. Still on his feet to the 20 and brought out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. No flags, and that is going to be a monster pickup for the Cougars. Again, another 3rd and long that they convert on.
Yeah, you got to get off the field on 3rd down right there. I mean, if you back them up 2nd and 22, they're still, if they make that play, they're still have a first down. So I guess Coach Dixon's trying to show a little faith in his defense, trying to get them off the field there, but they just can't get a break.
Stidham picks up 37 yards on the play this time. Pass. Sturgill cannot get it. Incomplete. Could not hold on to it at about the 10-yard line. Letcher has it at the 13. It'll be 2nd and 10 for them, and this is their 2nd trip to the red zone tonight.
And 33 right there, Josh Miller. He's a freshman. Probably one of the, as I talked about Gibson outside of pads, and you don't play football, you see 33 outside of pads, you're like, you definitely play football. A big, strong kid, fast, good feet, and just a freshman. So many years to come for him.
1:56 remaining here. Stidham running left to right in motion. This time the handoff to Sturgill again. Bounces out to the right. Going to cut up to the middle, and he's going to get inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. So this will bring up about 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
Yeah, good run right there by the Cougars. And I tell you what, this has been a battle of the offensive, defensive lines on both ends. And it looks like Tyson Riley comes out, or no, Robinson comes out limping on that knee right there. I thought it was number 2, it was number 8.
2 wideouts both ways. Sturgill to the left. Holbrook looking, gets protection this time. Rolling to the right, still looking. He's going to have to throw it now. Gets to the 5, and that'll be about all. So this is going to be 4th and about 2 for the Cougars. First time there, Joe, tonight that the Cougars have not converted on 3rd down conversion. Let's see what Coach Matthews and company has dialed up on 4th down.
It's going to be 4th and short here, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Matthews, like you said, dials up here. May try to hard count, draw them off sides because they can't get a first down. So
first 4th down conversion attempt tonight for the Cougars. They're now 4 or 5 on 3rd down.
They're going to take a timeout and talk about it.
Coach Matthews will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. That's their first timeout of the half. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on the go. Plus, our checking accounts put money back in your pocket. With cashback options and rewards for banking local, we make your money work for you.
48 seconds remaining. Commodores lead at 7-6. Letcher Central, 4th and 2 from the Commodore 5. Formation, 1 wideouts both ways. Sturgill, and we've got a whistle on the play. Let's see what the call is here. We're going to have a timeout.
Timeout horn.
No.
Yeah, they called a timeout and let them out with it earlier, and the timeout horn ran out on the clock, so they whistled it ready probably just a little too early.
So here we go. Same formation again. From the 5, Cougars need 2 yards. First 4th down attempt tonight. Holbrook's going to roll left, has time, gets a block, breaks the tackle, but it's going to be wrapped up by a host of Commodores in the backfield. Pushed to the 10, that's a loss of 5, and that's a turnover on downs, and the Commodores will take over 1st and 10 with 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter, leading 7-6.
Big momentum shift right there. Feel like the Cougars just, really were confused on that play on what to run. I thought we'd see just more of a downhill run just to try to get it. Play action really didn't for them, but that defensive line for Prairie Central, pretty much been controlling it most of the night. So good play right there by the Commodore defense.
And the Commodores take over at the 11 officially, 15 on the play clock. Was Maggard and Gibson on that last play, and Cecil as well, too. Mixed it up this time, wrapped up, and probably a loss of about 2 on the play. So let's bring up 2nd and 12, for the Commodores.
Yeah, gets really tight when your back's against the end zone down here, and that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter. So we'll see what Coach Dix and Coach Hugh get called up here coming out of this long break here, timeout as they walk the length of the field here and flip it.
It's been a tough one here, back and forth for both teams, trying to get a footing, trying to get momentum. Commodores had that big stop there on that 4th and 2, and they will have the ball 2nd and about 10 from their own 11 as we start the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports. Bluegrass Sports Nation, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, 7-6. Commodores leading early 1. Perry Central 1-2 on the season. Cougars 2-1. Let's see what the Commodores dial up here and try to see if they can respond back. There's the pitch out to Gibson. This time is going to get a little bit back from what he lost. They'll maybe give him about 2 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Commodores, Joe.
And you got Aaron Johnson under center there taking the snaps this drive. Maggard coming out. A lot of people say throw it out of the end zone, try to throw it out of the red, 10, 15, inside 10, 15, try to throw it out. Trying to run toss sweep right there to run it out. Johnson goes back to the huddle here and takes a snap.
Johnson has 1 touchdown on the season, has thrown 73 yards, 3 of 5 on his passes. And we'll see what the Commodores load up here on 3 and 9.
He's a really good runner.
Commodores 1 of 2 tonight on 3rd down conversions. 2 in the backfield. Oh, nice little reverse there. And I think that might have been Cecil there. Couldn't catch the numbers. He went down, wrapped up by a host of Cougars there. And it'll be 4th and long, for the Commodores.
Yeah, a little toss sweep to inside handoff right there for Cecil. Maggard's going to come out. He's got a really good arm on him, and he has a really good foot. So see if he can flip the field here and get some field position back for the Commodores.
Officially, they gave him a gain of 7 on that play. And the Commodores now 1 of 3 on 3rd downs unofficially. 10:38 remaining here until halftime. Boy, that first quarter took a long time. And the Cougars will get it at the 50. That's Stidham. He's going to go right at the 40, 35-30. Has room 25 inside the red zone, down inside the 15-yard line. And that's where they'll mark him at about the 14, and a nice return for Letcher County Central.
Yeah, if you had a crystal ball over there on the sideline, you knew that was the result, you just go for it. So I guess a loss of 2 when you look at it from the Commodore standpoint, but a great return right there from the Cougars.
They get them officially at the 13-yard line, so Letcher County Central, excuse me, will have it 1st and 10. Their 3rd trip to the red zone tonight. The Commodores stopped them on 4th and 2 the last time, pushed them all the way back to the 10-yard line. Letcher Central, plenty of time here. They do have 2 timeouts. The Commodores have all 3 of theirs. This time 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes Holbrook rolling. Looking, has time. It's going to throw towards the end zone, and it's going to fly to bounds. Pass intended for Brown there on the far side, and that went to the right of the back of the net of the soccer net. Great pressure there by the Commodores.
Yeah, it really rushed his pass a little bit, but good route right there. He had a chance to get him, just overshot him a little bit, and that was due to the pressure from the Commodores defensive line right there.
Joe, want to pass a quick score update along from our producer James with 3:16 remaining in the first quarter up at Daniel Field. Hazard 14, Breathitt County 14. You know, Letcher Central plays Breathitt County and Jackson next week, so tough matchup there going on just up on 15.
Yeah, Hazard had a really good year. First home game for the Bulldogs, so a little nerves there, I would say.
Stidham this time in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to get up to about the 10, and that'll be all brought back by a host of Commodores. And that'll be 3rd down for the Cougars.
Yeah, looks like Miller and Haddock's in on the tackle right there. Big 3rd down. This is the, money down here, is a lot of coaches call it when you stand on the sideline, and, a lot of coaching defensive coaches said 3rd down's where you make your money at because you're forcing a 4th. But 2-down territory here if you're the Cougars, so you don't have to make 2 big plays as a Commodore
mentioned
defense.
Haddock, he's a senior, and he has that veteran experience, and now 2 wideouts both ways. Brown was open. Holbrook's going to run left, still looking, throws, passes complete to Sturgill down to about the 6-yard line, and that'll be that'll make it 4th and 3, so I think Coach Matthews will roll the big dice and go for it again.
Yeah, he's going to go for it again. Like I said, it's 2-play territory. He knew if he didn't get the 1st down right there, he was going to go for it on this play. See if he draws one up.
They go quickly to the no huddle. Here we go for the Cougars. See what they draw up here. With 20 on the play clock, 9 minutes remaining until halftime, 7-6 your score. 2 wideouts both ways. Holbrook taking his time, talking to Coach Matthews. Sturgill in the backfield, now down to 10 on the play clock, 8:50 remaining. As the fans make the noise loud here at Commodore Field, looking around, Holbrook has time. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Letcher County Central with 8:43 remaining in the opening quarter. That was Stevens on the touchdown. That covers about 6 yards out, and the Cougars regained the lead, 12-7.
They ran what people call a freeze play right there. That's when they line up and see how the defense lines up. Acts like they're going to snap it, look over to the sideline, actually get the call in. Just a good route right there over the middle, and you only cover them for so long. Great blocking up front from the Cougar offense right there. And Commodores just have to learn how to get off the field in these big downs.
Letcher County Central going to go for it for 2. They're now 1 of 2 tonight on 4th down conversions. You're going to have Sturgill in the backfield with Howard right behind him, and Holbrook with 2 wideouts both ways, trying to make it a 7-point game. Oh, and it's left, but Sturgill picks it up. He's running and can't get to the end zone, just a couple of yards shy, and it will stay 12-7. Letcher County Central with 8:43 remaining until halftime. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
$8:43 remaining until halftime. Letcher Central responds back. They had it on a great kick return on special teams, got to the 13, converted there on 4th down, and now Childers will kick off for the Cougars, Nice kick. Looks like Cecil on the return here. I'm sorry, Gibson. He's going to have a nice return out to the 30, maybe to the 31, and the Commodores with decent field position to start this drive, Joe.
Yeah, good outside contain right there by number 2, Thaden Brown. And, you know, like we talked about that, you know, last possession. Special teams just show you how big they are. You give up a big return and put your defense they're on their heels from the get-go. You know, 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. So, you know, you have to put your defense in position to win in certain special teams things, and you have to help out offensively, keep them off the field. So we'll see what they do here on this drive.
2 out to the left, 1 to the right. Looking. Maggard wide open there. Great pass. It's going to be first down, Commodores and more. Great reception there by Fugit. And now the Commodores, that's what you needed after that Letcher Central score.
I said it a couple weeks ago. He looked like his Uncle Donnie Paul right there back in the day. So give him a shout-out to Donnie Paul again. But good route right there by Jaron to, you know, push that defender off of him, work his way back to the ball, and then get outside and make a good game.
Fugit picked up 19 yards on the play as his uncle and aunt, or Fugit's aunt and uncle just right down here. Here's the handoff. Nice move. Gibson going to have some run. He's going to get 9 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 41.
Yeah, if he keeps his feet right there, he probably scores. He had a little seam, just got tripped up. Looks like a yard shy of the first down. So, and that's the thing. The first couple weeks when I was here, the Commodores just, you know, would shoot themselves in the foot defensively, but couldn't make big plays offensively to keep the defense off the field. So their defense was always staying on the field.
8 minutes or under 8 to go here. Second quarter. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Gibson here to the left, going to get the first down, got it up to the 40, maybe to the 39, and a pickup of 2. And the Commodores with their 6th first down of the game, and a flag comes in late away from the action.
See what they call here. Be interesting to see what they call here in the pile.
Was thrown late. It should be a first down, Commodores, but we'll see on the official word here.
See if it's after the play. If it's after the play, it should be a first down. So,
and plus more possibly if it goes against the Cougars and they're backing up. It's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Cougars, 15-yard penalty. So they got to the 39. That puts them at the Cougar 24.
Yeah, it's a little extracurricular in there when got on the pile, got his hand in there, but it happened. So that's the first big penalty tonight on either team.
7:40 and the clock rolling. Maggard under center, going to keep it this time looking. Oh, and breaks the tackle, but then falls right away. That's Sturgill right in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of 6. It'll be 2nd and 16 now for the Commodores.
Yeah, just a blown assignment right there by the left guard or left tackle. I couldn't really tell, but just came across his face and blindside right there. You can't do anything as a quarterback. He broke it initially, but tripped his feet up right there and took him down. So
Sturgill with that speed, of course, also in the running back for the Cougars, but got back there quickly. And like you said, sometimes those plays happen where you miss an assignment. See if the Commodores protection steps it up here on 2nd and 16 from the 30 with 8 on the play clock. This time the handoff again to Gibson and going to be wrapped up at about the 30, so no gain on the play. Tackled by Garrett Howard. It's going to be 3rd and long for Perry Central. They're 2 of 3 tonight on 3rd downs.
Not seeing Miller touch the ball a lot tonight. He's usually a big target down the field. Plays that tight end hybrid spot. If they can creep him out there over the middle, I've seen him do that. Get a decent gain. So you're 3rd and 15 here. So you have to get down, make it close to a first down, if not a first down, and try to go for it on 4th and short.
Because you're in that no man's territory.
Yeah, you can't kick a field goal here, can't punt it. So.
And I think Coach Dixon Joe might let this run down.
Yeah, run down, take a timeout, and talk about what kind of play they need to run to get it close to make it 4th and short.
And the Commodores have 2 timeouts left in this half, as well as the Cougars will step out for 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
.602 remaining here in the half. 12-7, Letcher Central leads, third and long for Perry Central. Want to give you a score update at the end of the first quarter. Hazard 21, Breathitt County 14. See what the Commodores line up here. Two wideouts both ways. Maggard's got time. Here's the throw. That's Cecil again, and he's caught it down to the 3-yard line, and a pickup. Now they're going to give him the 27 yards or 28 yards. What a play by Cecil, and what great patience there by Maggard on the throw.
Yeah, Maggard right there, just a good ball. Seen him. Cecil ran a double move right there, kind of a stop and go route, and the corner bid on it, and the safety walked up, and when he did, he threw it right in that window down through. Thought he had a touchdown, but had to secure the catch on such a third and long play. So see if the Commodores can punch it in right here. And this is the time I'd bring in Aaron Johnson and let him, run that I-form wishbone type offense that the Commodores run, see if they can punch it in right here.
5:38 remaining in the clock ticking. Commodores looking to regain the lead.
Yep, Johnson under center.
Two in the backfield. Let's see what they do here. The Commodores, 20 on the play clock. It's going to go to Gibson, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. That makes it 13-12. Commodores, 5:23 remaining, 2 yards out.
Yeah, just a loaded formation right there. Loaded the right side up, and just a good push from the offensive line to punch it in. And that's, we got a game on our hands here. I mean, there's some good football going on tonight in Perry County.
Well, you look at it, Coach Dixon and Coach Matthews, they're no strangers to one another.
No.
They know each other very well. Coach Matthews been here since 2016 as a head coach, served as an assistant many years. Dixon been at it since the early 2000s, back in 04.
And Junior Matthews was a stud player
at
back
Wattsburg.
in the day.
Yeah, great player. Here's the snap. It's a little botched, and it's blocked. And the score will remain 13-12. Perry Central regains the lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Meant for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
5:23 remaining until halftime. The Commodores regained the lead at 13-12. They respond after Letcher responds. Both teams, as you said, we got a tight one here. We got a tight one up at Daniel Field. Thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube Live. Still a great crowd here on hand. Here comes the kick. And the Cougars back at the 21. That's Stidham again, taking his time out to the left, and we'll get to about the 34. That's where they'll mark him. So the Cougars have decent field position. Little extracurricular activity going on there at the 50. No flags.
Good clean fun. Clean fun going on out there.
So the Cougars now will look to respond, and if you look at it, they've got 2 timeouts. They need a response actually here, Joe, because the Commodores have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and that's why Coach Dixon will always play defense first, and I like that move. I mean, your defense comes out, you put faith in them, give them a little confidence, and if they get a big stop for you. I mean, you have to think, if the Commodores get off field on 3rd and 4th down those big plays, this is a totally different game.
Brown and Outlaw out to the right. Stevens and Stidham here out to the left for the Cougars, and you got Sturgill in the backfield. Plenty of time. Pass is caught to Outlaw behind the line of scrimmage. Going to shake and bake and get close to the first down. And a flag comes in late, so this could be against the Commodores, but we'll check it out.
Yeah, it probably is here. And that was just a good play call, play design right there by the Cougars. I think the Commodores somebody may have piled in on top after he was down, but just caught him in a good zone formation right there, backing off of that outside receiver at corner, and easy get a first down off that screen pass.
So it's a pickup of 10, so they have enough for the first down, and they will mark them out 5 more yards, so Letcher Central will have it at their own 49.
Yeah, I don't know what they called there.
Might have been a incidental or non-incidental face mask, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're all 15 now. I don't know. Maybe in high school they may be different. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've refereed. So
Letcher Central, their 8th first down unofficially, and here they go. Same formation, Stidham this time running left to right, looking, has time to throw. This is going to be intended for Stevens, and Stevens, it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by Cecil there, and that'll be 2nd and 10 for Letcher Central.
Yeah, good. I mean, good defense right there. And you've seen these corners from Perry play step for step with these receivers on that. A couple times they get burnt, but it's just off second moves after they hold the ball, for such great time in the pocket by great protection by the Cougars. So more time they have back there to overlook and make a couple moves and see, what kind of second move. Because you can only guard somebody for so long defensively. It's tough to do it for, 6-7 seconds.
Howard this time to the right of Holbrook. He's going to get the hand. Nope, Holbrook's going to keep it on the right. He's got, and he's going to maybe get about 2 yards on the play. So in the Commodore territory, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for Letcher Central.
Good fake right there by Holbrook, and that gave Perry fits against North Laurel. They come out and kind of controlled the line of scrimmage defensively. North couldn't get anything going in the run game. They broke one big one early, but in the second half, they rough laid a quarterback in McWhorter, done an RPO and kept it a lot. Confused the Perry Central defense a ton, so I know Coach Matthews has seen that on film.
20 on the play clock. A lot of noise from the Commodores fans. Decent snap. Here's the pass. It's caught to Howard. He shake and bake's going to have the first down to the 39-yard line. Picks up 10 yards and another first down Cougars.
Commodore fans want to hold to that one. I think they're right. Seen a lot of jersey pull right there, but what can you do? 1st and 10 for the Cougars here going forward.
It's their 8th first down. They are now 5 of 7 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Same formation with 2 wideouts both ways. Holbrook taking his time, has Howard open, goes for him. Howard incomplete. I thought he juggled it there and out of bounds, and we have a flag late. It's thrown at the 15, and we'll see what the call is. I didn't see it. Did you happen to see anything, Joe?
I didn't see anything either.
We were both watching the ball.
Yeah, I was watching the ball back there. We'll see.
We have a Cougar player down here at about the 36-yard line, and we'll step away for 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when you're on
One remaining until halftime, so it was a personal foul against the Cougars, and it's going to be 2nd and 25. That pushes them back to their own 46-yard line after Garrett Howard could not catch the pass there. It was bobbled, but the personal foul. And now Letcher Central with 2 big penalties on this drive. Going to have to find a way. It's kind of been a little struggle of theirs early in the first half throughout some of their games this season. Going to have to find a way to shake those with Howard in the backfield. Trips to the left, one went out to the right. Now Sturgill in motion going right to left. Here's a snap. They're going to go with Garrett Howard. He's going to go, and he's going to get up to about midfield, so this will make it now a pickup of about 4. It'll be 3rd and 21. Cougars 5 of 7 on 3rd downs tonight.
Yeah, helmet come off right there, so player have to take a play off. See if the Commodores can make a stop here. 3rd and
about
20 here.
And that was actually the player's going to be Gavin Martin out for the Cougars, who lost his helmet there. Here we go. 2 wideouts both ways. Sturgill to the left now of Holbrook. 3:54 remaining. Holbrook has time. Here comes the pressure. Holbrook still looking. Rose to his left. Throws it. Pass is intercepted. And here come the Commodores at the 40, to the 35, down to the 30, to the 25. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 15. He may go. And let's see what the call is. Out. And it's going to be touchdown. Touchdown, Perry County Central with a monster score
and
there.
There goes a flag after the play. They got a coach out of the box right there. Going to be a sideline warning.
Perry Central, the interception happened roughly at about the 41-yard line, so that was a 59-yard touchdown run. 19-12 now,
Freshman
Commodores.
Josh Miller right there.
You mentioned him
he's
earlier.
A stud. Going to be a great player here years to come for the Commodores. One to watch out for across the mountains.
And they're going to have the touchdown stands at Willoughby against Perry Central, as you mentioned. And now the Commodores have a chance to push it out to this is their largest lead of the game at 7, but can make it 8 if they get the extra point.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to be unsportsmanlike or sideline warning against the coaches here. They got a player down in the end zone that back there.
While they check on him, we'll step out for 30 seconds. 19-12, Commodores lead it here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
At People's Bank and Trust.
$19-12, 3:36 remaining until halftime. Cougars have a player shaken up there after the interception and cannot get the number. It looked like Gavin Martin, but we'll check that here officially in just a few moments. But just a little shaken up should be okay.
Do you go for 2
And they're
here?
going to go for the extra point here.
I think you go for 2 here, Anthony.
I think Dixon here kind of maybe wants to keep it where he's got it to start the second half. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
It makes it a little out there, but getting the ball back in the second half, maybe that's why it started.
Well, usually there's a sheet you go by. I don't know what the sheet would say in this situation.
We're not
but
using
I'm curious.
analytics in high school.
Yeah, I am.
Here comes the kick, and it's good. 20-12 is your score. Commodores lead it with 3:36 remaining until halftime. Back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
You need open heart surgery. words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
With 3:36 remaining until halftime, Perry Central with its largest lead of the game at 20-12. Letcher Central's largest lead has been 6-0, and they haven't led it since it was 12-7. So the Commodores, after the pick six of 59 yards from Josh Miller, making it huge momentum here. And now the Commodores, if they can get a stop here, are going to looking good going into the halftime. But if you're the Cougars, Joe, you got to get some offense going. You got to score. Try to get this thing knotted up before halftime.
Yeah, big play right there. And football's about a game of emotions and momentum, and that's a big momentum swing for the Commodores.
A little bit of a squib kick that Dixon likes to go for. Sturgill gets it at about the 37. He's got some room. Sturgill going to go inside to Commodore territory at about the 47. So Letcher Central with 3:30 remaining until halftime with 2 timeouts. Has a good field position and a lot of room to try to get some points here to try to tie this up.
Yeah, I like the squib kick in that situation, but you just can't kick it right at him. Yeah. He caught that one in stride, and I thought, he had a good lane. If he breaks the tackle right there, he's probably scoring. So good field position here for the Cougars to start off their drive of, probably last drive of the half here. So see if they can capitalize and tie this thing back up.
The one thing about football is you never know, kind of like with basketball, there's always that big explosive play in the Commodore
just
territory.
Looming.
Yep. Trips out to the right out of the shotgun, one out to the left here at Stevens. Sturgill there to the right. Holbrook has time out to outlaw on the flats. Incomplete. Got a little excited there, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Yeah, almost threw another interception right there. Robinson jumped that screen route right there, and if he didn't get slowed down by the wide receiver, he probably had a hand on it. But I like what Coach Matthews is doing over there offensively. Fugit's playing about 8 yards off the receiver, so if you can get it out there to him, you probably have a gain of 4 or 5.
Bryce Eldridge has really been able to get back in the backfield against Letcher Central tonight on the defensive pass is complete to Stevens. He will have enough for the first down, and the Cougars move the chains.
Yeah, Eldridge has been playing this DN on the right side, and he's been in a war all night with, I believe, 77.
First down, had to stop him.
Gavin Martin. So it's just been a war all night between those two.
Holbrook has time, but here comes the pressure. He's got outlaw. No, incomplete pass intended for Brown. Good coverage and a good rush blitz by the Commodores.
Yeah, Eldridge there again. We're talking about it, and got double teamed right there, but he was able to get through and split him, put pressure on Holbrook, and Holbrook just couldn't complete the pass right there, all due to the pressure.
3:02 remaining, 20-12 Commodores. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Cougars with an opportunity here to answer back after that interception, that pick six of 59 yards by Josh Miller. Commodores fans coming alive here. Cougar Nation traveled well as well.
Yeah, they did. They turned out, showed
they
up
always
well.
do.
Yeah, it's
and
good
they've
crowd
got
on
some
them.
of their young football team here as well too over there on the far side. See some of the middle school students, and now here we go, bunched up receivers with Sturgill to the left. Good snap here. Holbrook's got time. Pressure by Eldridge. Holbrook looking, pass is complete to Stevens. He tries to shake and bake and falls forward and is going to be at the 28. So it's going to be a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, and that's going to keep the clock running. I believe Letcher has 2 timeouts remaining, so this is going to go down to, if they let the play clock run down just at 2 minutes. So see what kind of play they draw up here. If they get the first down, clock will stop. Probably see a little no huddle, a little faster pace tempo that we've seen at times tonight from the Letcher Cougar offense.
5 of 7 on 3rd downs. This time Howard to the left. 2 wideouts both ways. 14 on the play clock. They're going to give it to Howard. Howard gets out to the right, breaks the tackle. We have a flag on the play, though. Out to the 20 goes Howard, but we'll see what the call is. It might be a hold, but we'll get the official.
It's in the area of holding. We'll see what they call right here. Oh, illegal chop block.
So it's going to go against the Commodores.
It's Commodores.
So Letcher Central will have the first down and possibly more.
Yeah, it looked like they just tried to submarine them right there and try to make a pile and he bounced off, was able to get the first down, so he's going to get the first down and more.
Howard had picked up initially the first down there, maybe about 8 yards on that play. And now the Cougars will make another trip to the Commodore red zone. So both offenses moving along here. Cougars 1 of 2 in the red zone tonight, so this is their third trip. 2:10 remaining. They're at the 10. 2 wideouts both ways. Howard again to the left. 30 on the play clock, so plenty of time for the Cougars. Holbrook looking. Pump fake. He has Stidham, and touchdown, Letcher Central. 1:54 remaining until halftime. That makes it 20-18. Play covers 10 yards.
Good play right there. Pumped it right there. Got the hesitation and put it where only his receiver could catch it. Good throw and catch right there from the Cougars. See if they can convert the 2-point conversion here, tie this thing up for halftime. 1:54 left, so the Commodores get it back.
But here's the one thing, Joe. Perry Central's been moving the ball very well, and with 2 timeouts for Coach Dixon, he's got, if you think about it, plenty of time to maybe add another score. But the Cougars here looking to dial up a tie with 20 on the play clock, and they break the huddle. Going to have Howard to the right, 2 wideouts both ways. Now down to 10 on the play clock. Stidham running in motion left to right. They're going to, Holbrook on the keeper and goes untouched into the end zone. And we're knotted up at 20 with 1:54 remaining until halftime. Back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
1:54 remaining here until halftime. It's 20-20 here just off the Highway 80 East in Perry County. And we were talking about Hazard and Breathitt being a shootout. That score's still 28-21 Hazard. But we got us a little bit of a shootout here at 20 points, Joe, apiece.
Yeah, most games you see nowadays about 48.5, 50 for the over. So this one's definitely going over.
Cougars got 5 seconds to kick that off. That's Childers. Back deep is Gibson. Gets it at about the 16. Going to bring it up the middle. Has room. And gets out to the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Commodores with 1:48 to go. So right now, Joe, if you're Coach Dixon and company, what are you doing with those 2 timeouts in this field position?
Well, you have to move the ball. I mean, you have to get a first down. That's your first, goal right here in these 3 downs. You can have those 2 timeouts in your pocket. You don't want to, get 3rd and 5, call a timeout, get stopped short and have to punt away, and then you've gave them an extra timeout basically to get the ball back. So if you want to get the clock running right here, and then, you got 2 plays right here. You've already called your second play. First play's probably a run, get the clock going, line up quick, get the second one in. But you have to get a first down.
Commodores with 10 on the play clock. They have yet to turn it over in this half. Looking, here's the pass. A near interception there, and it'll be 2nd and 10, Perry Central.
Yep, so you're 2nd and 10 back against the wall here. So you're going to have – this is a throwing down now. So you're going to have to – I like the idea of trying to get a quick completion, thing like that. But, trying to force one right there, it's okay. But you got to get the clock going.
1:45 now remaining. And Letcher Central – that was Howard right away, but Perry Central will get a gain of about 3 on the play. Gibson, he took a hit.
See, now Coach Matthews will probably use his timeouts. He may take it to halftime. Who knows? But with the way his return team's played punt. He may call one if he gets stopped right here on third and long here, make it fourth, and try to save him a timeout and drive down. But you'll have about 40 seconds probably getting the ball back, a little under 40. So
if that did happen, as you mentioned there, if they were to burn another timeout, the Cougars would have one timeout remaining. It would all depend on special teams. And 1-0, we're about at a minute left, 10 on the play clock, 20-20, a very entertaining first half we've had from these two. Coach Dixon's going to use a timeout. I'll tell you what we'll do here. He'll have one remaining. We'll take a 30-second break on Bluegrass Sports Nation, knotted up at 20.
For FDIC.
Commodores with one timeout remaining. Letcher Central with two. It's 20-20 with 53 seconds remaining until halftime. It is 35-21 Hazard up there at Daniel Field. I want to thank James for providing us the updates, our producer here at Bluegrass Sports Nation. And we'll see what the Commodores line up here. If you're just here, you just wanting to protect the ball, because you got to have a feeling that if the Cougars stop them from getting the first down, Coach Matthews will use that timeout.
He's going to use timeout, try to get the ball back. That's why I like her. I would love for them to run it on first down. That way, you kind of see where you stand out second. If you run the same play on first down that they ran last play, you're, 2nd and 8 right here. Now you're 3rd and 8, and your back's against the wall, trying to give them the ball back before half.
Two wide outs to the left, one wide out to the right. Now about trips. They're going to hand it off to Gibson. He's got some room. Gibson make it a first down, and he does, I believe. Yes, he does. That is a gain of 9 yards, and the Commodores move the sticks.
And they're signaling to run the clock, but the chains have to be set. There we go.
So the Commodores will have it at their own 44. See what Coach Dixon does here. You try to maybe do something here, Joe, maybe go deep or maybe keep it conservative so you can keep it tight.
If you can get another big gain, I think you take a shot deep.
Here we go. Looks like they're going to run it here. Cecil, I think, and he's going to pick up maybe about a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 9, and I believe they may just take this to halftime.
Yeah, Coach Dixon probably just take it out. He's probably radioing up here to Coach Fugit and trying to see if he's got one up his sleeve, but he's took his headset off. He's going to let this one run out.
And we have played 2 quarters. We are knotted up at 20 here at Commodore Field off of Highway 80. And we will take a 3-minute break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hi.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At People's Bank and Trust.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
For 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields. Offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
At People's Bank and Trust.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. A little halftime action here. They had the little doors out here on the field. 6:50 remaining on the clock here, plus the 3-minute stretch time. Really good first half. Nip and tuck the whole way. This Commodore Letcher team, big rivalry past few years, and you can still see it. It's actually been the best game that I've been to in a couple of years with both teams. Just both sides of the ball, pretty evenly matched. They're both moving it, anytime they want to do about whatever they want to do, And, you look at certain situations like third and long, a couple times the Commodore just can't get off the field, but Letcher Central making big plays, and that's hats off to them. Have a good one. On the other side of town, Daniel Field, was it 35-21?
35-21.
Yeah, so Hazard extended the lead there. At the half. So Hazard finally extended the lead there to 2 touchdowns. So big momentum going into half. And, Commodores had some big momentum right there from Josh Miller with a little interception for 50-yard return for a touchdown. Come back out here to start the second half. So let's see what kind of adjustments these teams make. I would say you'll see more of the Letcher Central quarterback doing a little RPO, because they're really confused the Commodores right there in that 2-point conversion. So if you can put them in those situations where they have to make a decision to read or stay or play the pitch man, that kind of spreads that defense out kind of thin on their defensive line, and that's where they're getting a lot of penetration from. So we'll see if they put that wrinkle in their offense the second half. As far as the Commodores go, I just think, probably have to throw it a lot more. The run game's not really been there at times, but you have to find creative ways to get those short yardage type runs, little screens, things like that. Fugit and Coach Dixon have ran that type of offense for years, so I know they have those plays in their playbook. So it should be interesting second half as they come back and see, start 0-0 basically. It's a whole new ball game start the second half. So
and like you said, Perry Central, you look at their team, and there's a lot of freshmen, or a lot of younger athletes, not necessarily freshmen, but younger athletes. So whenever Letcher pulls out those RPOs and stuff, it is very good that you're going to have these athletes for next year and the year after that.
Yeah.
But whenever these RPOs start to happen, that's whenever that young mindset almost kicks in.
You don't see it a lot, in 7th and 8th grade ball. So that's kind of new adjustment when you get to high school and going forward into college as you get older, that you learn how to play and learn how to coach it, which, you have Coach Mark Dixon and then Maurice Dixon as well, who's coached, all over the United States. And, he's been Georgia, Florida, everywhere. So, and he's a real defensive mindset as well. Mo does really good helping. So it's his first year back around the mountains. So interesting to keep an eye on, and I think that has a lot to do with Perry Central's interior defense. Now, their secondary is just a little weak due to injuries. You got Hurley out with a knee injury, Nolan Rice out with an injury, and I always get them confused, Bryce and Johnson.
Yes.
You put those three out there on defense, and
it's a completely different
ball game because they're just, I mean, they make plays. It's not like they're just out there taking up space. They're playmakers. But this Commodore defense has responded well. I mean, their secondaries play good. They just, you can't cover somebody when you get that much time. So it's been a good game on both ends for both teams. So we'll see how this game shakes out in the second half. But if you want to take a break, James, we'll take a break. And I know we got about 6 minutes. We got this 2:50 plus a 3-minute stretch. So we'll take a little quick break here, and we'll be back with the second half action.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields. Offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. ARH, more for Appalachia.
To the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
And a minute away from the kickoff of the second half. Great analysis there by Joe Begley here during halftime. Just want to run down the scoring for you here as we get ready to kick it off. In the first quarter with 6:54 remaining, it was Holbrook to Outlaw from 12 yards out. Extra point was no good. Then Perry Central would answer back with 3:04 remaining. It was Cecil from 22 yards out. Extra point was good. And it was 7-6 Perry Central. In the second quarter, it was the Commodores, and they took the lead. I believe it was. Yes, they did, and had it at 13-7 as it was Gibson, and the extra point was no good. He came from 2 yards out. As it was 13-7, there was a pick six by Josh Miller from 59 yards with 3:36 remaining. That made it 22-7. And the Cougars were able to score with Stevens with 8:45 remaining. The point after was no good. And then they got the 2-point conversion after Stidham scored on 4th and long from 10 yards out with 1:54 remaining. And we're knotted up. And the Commodores will have the ball to start the second half. See what adjustments both teams made.
Hey,
and here comes the kickoff. Perry Central has done a really good job. We're waiting as they put the time on the board. And good crowd still here. A lot of people still into it. And who knows, Joe, this one could go down to the wire.
Yeah, having little clock issues here. We're in the booth here with the clock, so we're looking at it firsthand. So hopefully they can get the game clock going. If not, they have to keep it on the field, which is always tough.
At halftime, really quick, still 35. I'm sure you mentioned that 35-21 Hazard on top of Breathitt County. There for a while, Joe, they were going back and forth.
Yeah, it was 21-21 for the longest time. Well, not the longest time. As long as the other team had the ball and could throw it down the field 100 yards, but no defense up there at Daniel Field tonight. But it could just be the new glare from the stands they put in up there.
While we had the clock issue there, really quick, and I just wanted to ask you really quick because we didn't get time to talk about this in the pregame. Joe, was Kentucky, they had a tough game against Ole Miss last week. Another game they could have won. I believe they're going to win against Eastern Michigan next week. Then they have the off week against South Carolina. Do you think Cutter should have the starting quarterback position, or do you go back with Calzada?
I think Bowley's going to get a nod here. I mean, you've seen bright spots in him last year, and he come in, he can throw it around and things like that. Calzada, probably a good game manager. I mean, he's a seventh-year player. So, at some point you're going to have to pass the torch to somebody. I think he was just more of a, try to get the offense to gel together and things like that as Cutter tried to, just work on the speed and adjustment of running an offense and things like that. But as he's progressing and things like that, I think it's going to be Cutter going forward.
And South Florida had that big upset against Florida with
huge
the field
game.
goal at the end in the swamp. You got to wonder how much longer Billy Napier's going to be there.
Yeah, it's last year.
Kick off the second half. It's a little bit of a squib, kind of like what Perry Central did. Live ball, it's still live. Gibson still trying to pick it up, does it about the 12. Going to reverse field, and he's going to be wrapped up by Brown and a host of Cougars. And Perry Central will have the ball starting at about their own 12 on this drive.
Yeah, I think right there, the second line, I didn't see the number. But it went right, he let it go right between his legs, I think, right there. And it'll be a teaching point on film going forward. You just grab it and fall on it. Take the ball right there. Probably, I would say, he was at the 30, 35-yard line, so you're happy taking the ball there compared to the 7. So
Perry Central did not turn the ball over any in the first half, had a near interception, but the Cougars had one return from 59 yards as Perry Central, Josh Miller, picked them off. Penalties weren't too big of an issue for both teams, although Letcher had some, Perry had some, but didn't plague them overall. And now on the I form, here come the Commodores. And the run, or wishbone out there to about the 10. And this will be 2nd and long.
Yeah, last time they were in this situation, went 3 and out, punted to the Cougars. Cougars returned it back inside the 20. So hopefully they can, get some space outside of here. But this is Maggard under center. First time Maggard's been under center tonight, I believe. So different look for him. He's usually in shotgun, trying to throw out of it. So.
Good eyes there, Joe. You're right that the first time tonight, because they had Johnson, as we had seen back there in the first half. 11:15 and the clock rolling. That wishbone again. Here's the handoff. Cecil, I believe, on this run. Going to be close, wrapped up. This will be 3rd and about short, so we'll roughly say 3rd and about 5 or 4 for the Commodores' big 3rd down conversion here.
Yeah, Commodores last week, and I was talking about this with Coach Napier over while I was getting a drink of water, and you have Chancey Hurley out tonight, Bryson Johnson, and Nolan Rice. It's 3 starters.
And with that being said, still 2020.
Yeah, and that's 3 players that make an impact. So Hurley in this game would have been huge.
Here we go. Another pitch. I believe that's enough for a first down. Going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
So it may be 4th and inches. I think so. We'll see. Do you go for it, Joe?
They're stopping the clock, so we'll see if they measure it or go for it. Let's see what they decided to do here. He gave a first down.
So a first down, Commodores. They moved the chains. They had to fight for that first down.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, you get some space out there. You don't try to force some of those quick, short throws and chance of an interception, things like that. I know you said, can't remember the player's name from Letcher, has a few interceptions.
Called Stidham.
Stidham for a touchdown. He returned one last week. So, good job by the Commodores, just playing hard-nosed football and running it out of the back of their end zone there.
A first down for the Commodores. This time a pitch out, wrapped up in the backfield. Stidham there in on the tackle, and the Cougars, that's out to Gibson, and that'll be 2nd and about 12.
Yeah, at this point, just bail. They just bailed right there on pass and just played all run defense. So, sending everybody tough right there on top, sweep take for a loss. You might be thinking play action, something of that nature. A couple of these next plays right here.
And Kanan Sargent, the big dog, hustle back there for Letcher Central, got back there on defense. He's had a great year as well, too. I talked about Braxton Banks, but Kanan Sargent, he has been a huge bright spot for the Cougar defense. 2nd and 12 here. This time the Commodores, Maggard going to throw it. Here comes the pressure. Has some room, scrambles. Has a man open. Pass down the far side, sails out of bounds, incomplete. This will bring up 3rd and long for the Commodores, where they are 5 of 12 tonight on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, had Fugit right there after he broke loose off the pressure. Just didn't set his feet to throw, was still throwing on the run. Still pretty good ball, just overthrew him just a tad. But it's tough when you're on the run.
If you get made a very important catch in that first half that help the Commodores eventually score, so I'll look for them to target him a little bit more. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Maggard in the center, plenty of time to get it off. 22 on the play clock. Here comes the pressure. Pass is going to be caught, and Fugit, I believe.
Yeah, Fugit again.
And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Commodores.
Yeah, bang play right there. Don't know if the defender got there a little early over the back, but no call right there. And it's going to be 4th and 4, a long 4. So they're going to, looks like the Commodores going to punt this one away.
It's going to be an 8-yard gain. You said bang for whatever reason. That reminded me of the old Cactus Jack. If you catch my reference there, Mick Foley himself used to say bang all the time. And back deep will be Stidham for the Cougars. Good kick by the Commodores here. Stidham going to field it at the 46 to the 50 to the 45 down the far side on the right. Tries to reverse field, wrapped up maybe at about the 39-yard line in a decent return. So Cougars, no flags on the play, and will have decent field position.
Yeah, high snap right there. And that's, it looked like a Cougar player got through there, put some pressure on Maggard. Maggard just send over and kick. Look, and he gets a pretty good boot on it. He just looks like sometimes he outkicks his coverage, and if you do that, it's hard to get down there. Used to have this coach at Eastern, and he would say, if you're returning the kick, hit it as hard as you can. If you're returning the punt, just you can dance a little bit. So done it for a ton of years. Great coach.
Trips to the right. In the backfield, it's going to be Sturgill as Stidham was running in motion. Ball was loose, but they said he was down. That'll be a gain of about 3. Back to your story from the coach at Eastern, Joe.
Yeah, he always said if you return a punt, just you can dance a little bit, make a couple moves, and right there, out kicking your coverage. You don't have a chance. You can just take it full speed, and if you're doing that against a punt return team, it's tough to catch up.
They officially give him 4 yards, so 2nd and 6, under 8 to play. We're knotted at 20. Letcher Central from the 25, excuse me. Holbrook fakes the handoff. Will launch it. Pass is incomplete. Stevens was wanting a flag, but no, good play there. It was just a little incomplete, a little too fast. And now 3rd and 6 for the Cougars. Quick correction there, Joe. Perry Central now 3 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. The Cougars 6 of 8. 7:46 remaining.
Yeah, and I meant to give Coach Revere a shout out. I forgot about saying the name of the coach at Eastern, but Coach John Revere had a son Ben Revere played in the majors for a long time.
Here we go on the 3rd and 6. Trips to the left. One out to the right. Sturgill to the left. Here we go. Holbrook going to roll. Holbrook looking, has a man. Pass is complete to Stevens. Stevens at about the 21-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 14 and a 1st down Cougars.
Yeah, good design. Just a little stop route right there. Come back to the ball and find that hole in the window. He just sat down perfect in that. It looked like a cover 2, cover 3 type zone, and easy pitch and catch right there for the Cougars.
The Cougars going with the no huddle here. Their 11th 1st down of the game. Holbrook rolls right. Has been on the far side. That's Stidham again. Breaks a tackle, but tackled on the far side. Inside, about outside the 10-yard line, and a gain of probably about 8. So it'll be about 2nd and 2 or 3.
Yeah, the no huddle is a good call right here from Coach Matthews. It's making this young defense think a lot quicker. Maybe disrupting the calls from from Coach Dixon. Can't get what he really wants in there, so they're pretty much out there. But right there, ball goes out sideline and go over and talk to the coach. So we'll see what they call here.
Stidham in motion, right to left with 2 wide outs both ways. Holbrook looking, has a man. Pass is caught inside the pylon. No signal yet, but I think he'll be out at the 1, and he will be. And so the Cougars pick up about a gain of 12, 1st and go.
Yeah, good opening drive here from the Cougars. Just just throwing it down the field with ease. And I think they've seen something in the first half that, they had to adjust to. They probably weren't really prepared for how well this Perry Central Commodore defense would play the run. So, I had to open up the passing game right here in the second half.
1st and go from the 1. The Cougars' 4th trip to the red zone, where they are 2 of 3 tonight. Handoff to Howard, flips in. Touchdown, Letcher County Central with 6:43 remaining, and they have a 26-20 lead. Their 1st lead since they led it 12-7.
Yeah, flag right here flies in late. We'll see what they call here.
So hold the phone.
It'll probably still be a scoring touchdown.
I'm wondering if it was the way maybe Howard went in, if it was they maybe thought that celebration or something else. Don't know. He had to angle it, though.
A lot of players,
they're waving it, yeah.
See, they have this rule in high school now about hurdling and things like that, but it's really more so how I interpret the rule and how I've always called it and how I've always explained it to people is if there's a kid that's standing up or like breaking down to make a tackle and you jump over them that way, like say a linebacker was to jump over a down lineman at that point where somebody can raise up and put you in a vulnerable position to wind up with a bad injury.
Here we go. One Howard has that versatile body, and he's going to get the handoff again, so he had to do it. He's going to bulldoze his way into the end zone, and that's going to make it the 2-point conversion. And we have a flag late, multiple flags coming in. We'll see what it is. 2-point conversion should stand, but we'll see. And Gavin Martin's helmet comes off again for Letcher Central like it did in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's the 3rd time tonight. I've seen it pop up a few times. This will be after the place will be assessed on the kickoff.
6:43 remaining. As they still discuss it, Letcher Central answers right back on a drive of their own. Here's the call. Good crowd here on hand still. So we have a personal foul. It looked like a face mask against the Commodores, but we'll step out for 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
6:43 remaining in the third quarter. Letcher Central gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Gavin Howard 1 yard out and got the two-point conversion. A face mask was called, personal foul that's assessed on the kickoff. Cougars will kick it off from the 45-yard line. And now if you're Perry County Central, this has been your largest deficit of the game. You got to find a way to get an answer right back here, because it looks like right now, Joe, the momentum might be favoring Letcher.
You have to get some momentum back here because it's shifting another way quick.
17 on the play clock here. Perry Central 39-8 win over Magoffin County. One-game winning streak. Cougars won back-to-back weeks against Leslie County and Valley, 45-0, 55-13. Gibson will have it at the 4. He's going to go right. Tries to break a tackle, breaks some, has some room, but then wrapped up immediately at about the 18, 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Commodores.
Yeah, another teaching point right here that'll probably be on film is let that ball go to the end zone, take a touchback. They kicked that one kind of hot with a little pizzazz on it, but you just let that go and take it, take the touchback on the 20.
Third quarter underway up at Daniel Field. 11 minutes remaining to be precise. 35-21. Hazard still leading it. Letcher Central next week taking on the Bobcats of Breathitt County there along the riverbanks in Jackson.
Yeah, and Paris will roll into town.
Yes, the Hounds.
The Greyhounds.
Yes, won the Class A state championships back in the 80s. 2 of them is about a yard gain for Gibson on the far side. I saw that Paris has been growing a little bit for 1A, and I know that Coach Dixon, when he was at Hazard, played Paris a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see where he has that relationship with them, how they're going to match up against the Commodores.
A few years ago,
should be a good game next week,
A few years ago, a Hazard native, Brandon Francis.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that name.
Oh, yeah.
Stud athlete.
Went to school with him.
Yeah, great athlete. His kids, he lives in Paris, and his kids are playing in the Paris feeder system, so they may be of age now to roll into Hazard here and streak some revenge on Coach Dixon here.
Maggard under center, 7 on the clock, or in the back.